Okay, I want to be clear and very direct here. If you're having trouble with sales, you may be suffering from a very basic and fundamental problem, what I would call a starting line problem, where your potential clients are not buying from you because, simply put, they may not understand your offer. We're going to talk about that today and what you can do to make sure your business is not falling into that trap so that you're not losing clients before you even have a chance to talk to them. If you're new to this channel, I'm Jessie, and I help coaches and consultants feel really confident during their sales calls so they enroll more new clients without being pushy or salesy. So I've been in sales and coaching for over 20 years and have seen lots of different situations during that time. Sales slumps, market shifts, wrong offerings, bad promotions, and incorrect pricing, you name it. And as a sales coach and sales leader, it was always part of my responsibility to help troubleshoot issues so that I got the sales teams back up and selling as quickly as possible. It's like being a scientist, evaluating what's working and what's not working and reducing the selling downtime as much as possible. I liken this to moving levers. You have to assess, then experiment, shifting one thing at a time to find the right fix. That's what we're going to evaluate in this video with regard to your offer clarity. So I call this a starting line problem because it really is. Just like a runner or swimmer setting up at the start line of a race, if you don't get it right, you're going to have to make adjustments through the rest of the race to catch up. And that makes life in business that much harder because it takes longer to get the results you're looking for. And one thing that can stop you in your tracks fast in your business is if your clients don't understand your offer. What impact can that have on your business? Well, these two things immediately come to mind. One, it may prevent people from considering your offer to begin with, so you don't even get a chance to sell them. Think about it. If you're having a hard time booking appointments or sales calls, this might be a potential reason why. Two, if you do get them in front of you, willing to talk to you about what you can do to help them, if you aren't ultra clear at that point, you likely will have a really hard time getting them to buy from you because they will have to work too hard to have your offer make sense to them. So what's the answer? You need to convey super fast and with crystal clarity what you do and who you help and how you help people. Not only will it be hard to find your ideal clients if people don't understand this, but you won't even get a chance to start to share your offer because your clients will have moved on to another offer that they understand in a blink of an eye. Can you see how important this is? Can you see if you get this wrong, what an impact it will have on your business? And if you get it right, how you can sprint past your competitors who haven't taken the time to figure this out. In my time coaching, I've seen a few trends, and I've experienced some of these on my own journey as well, that you want to evaluate to see if they're impacting your business. Run down this list to troubleshoot if any of these may be impacting your offer. One, you know who you want to help, but even you have a hard time defining how that help comes together in your offer. You can see and feel this when you find yourself going into long explanations of what you do, how you help people, and what methods you use. It's a bit rambling because you're having a hard time explaining it. If it takes you longer than 5 seconds to explain exactly what you do, it's too long. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to explain all that you do in 5 seconds. That would be overwhelming. But it does mean that you should be able to explain the main gist of what you do to help clients in 5 seconds. I've been in this place at points on my journey, and I can tell you internally, you get a sense that your explanation of what you do is just too much. You can see people disconnecting from you as you explain it. Their eyes glaze over just a bit or their energy shifts. Does this make sense? 2, you may be stuck on a concept, name, acronym so that everything revolves around that name or concept. Maybe as your business idea evolved, you found a way to define it with the use of this concept or acronym or course name, and it felt catchy. It seemed to make sense at the time. And suddenly that starts to drive how everything comes together. But if the acronym or concept doesn't make sense to clients, or again, it takes too long to explain to them, or doesn't solve their problem easily, this may be doing you a disservice rather than being functionally strong. What you offer as a service needs to be the driver of your business and is the most important thing to your future clients. So just make sure you don't find yourself stuck on something that takes you too much effort to explain and doesn't resonate well with your clients. 3, you may have something functioning now, a great offer that you know works, but you're trying to serve such a broad topic or audience, it's still confusing to explain to people. This was my story when I started out. When I started, I created an offer to help people with the sales process. But what does that mean exactly? I found myself getting into the weeds, as they say, trying to explain what my program was all about and all that it offered. Not that it was wrong that I offered all of this in my program, because the elements supported the whole sales process and helped people. But I needed to shift what the offer focus was so that it was crystal clear exactly how I helped people. I narrowed to a simple focus on the sales conversation, and the remaining content supports that main focus through bonus segments. So I still deliver the same overall teachings and skills, and my clients get the same overarching benefits. But it's so much easier for my clients to relate to the struggle with a sales conversation and needing help with that. And then adding on these additional components supports the entire sales journey overall. 4, even with everything put together, a system in place and an audience defined, there are elements sometimes of self-doubt that can get in your way of conveying your offer with confidence, simplicity, and ease. This is a tough one because it takes some self-reflection to see if this is slowing you down. It's so important, though, to add this into the troubleshooting mix on your messaging, because self-doubt is conveyed to your potential clients through your sales conversation, how you express yourself on the sales call, and the energy that you pass on to your customers. There will be hesitations, and your potential clients will pick up on it. It's almost a bit of self-sabotage, where you're working against yourself because you are just not convinced that you believe you can have the impact you desire with your potential clients, that you may not deserve the abundance of new clients, and that transfers to the clients when you talk to them. There's a hesitation, there's a bit less confidence, and this gets in the way of you purposefully and powerfully conveying your offer to your clients. This can happen early on in your business life, as well as when you hit new thresholds of client enrollments or income levels. It's a constant thing to pay attention to, so you don't let those self-doubts hold you back from achieving all new levels of success in your business. Evolution of your message and language is the key here, with the eye on the consumer and their feedback. We work for them after all. So we need to listen to them to make sure we're doing our best by them with our offer and our messaging. They are our mirror to see if what we are projecting about our business makes sense to them and if they're willing to invest more time in learning about our offer. We need this feedback to make sure we get off that starting block to begin with and have the best opportunity to further present our offers to them so we can sign up more and more new clients. Remember, our potential clients are the ones who drive our business. They are the jury who tells us with their purchases if we've hit the target or not. So take a minute to make sure those clients are giving you the thumbs up on your messaging. And don't just do this once in your business. Keep an eye on it over time so that you don't lose those clients as their needs and times shift. If you've ever struggled explaining your offer, I trust this resonates with you. And if you've ever hit a lull in your sales, which is inevitable at some point, step back to see if your messaging needs a refresh, needs some simplification, needs adjustment. It might just be the thing that gets your sales back on track in no time. If you found this conversation to be of value, please support this channel by subscribing. Hit the bell notification on new video releases and like and comment on this video specifically. And if you know another business owner who would like to increase their sales enrollments, please share this with them as well. My aim is to help you have fun selling more new clients and up your sales confidence with ease through all stages of your business so that you can have the life you desire. If you're curious about what it would look like to work with me more personally to grow your sales skills and completely redefine your sales conversations so you can sign up more new clients with ease and fun, I've dropped a link in the description below. We can talk to see if we're a good fit to work together. Have a great week, everyone. I look forward to seeing you again with more sales tips to help keep you out of that pushy and pressure-filled sales zone, yet still signing up more and more clients each and every day. See you soon.